time on Roadkill! We're back at DirtFish! Yeah! The Disgustang is back. Remember this 1969 Mustang Mach 1? We dragged it out of Colorado Auto and Parts, a junkyard where it had been sitting for 37 years. That was episode 66 of Roadkill.
Green shag carpet.
Man, it was tough getting this thing running and driving, and it was worse cleaning it out. The reason why it's called the Disgustang is it was truly gross, loaded with raccoon poop and worse. When we finally got it running, all we really did is some donuts there at the junkyard, which was a riot, but it didn't fulfill the need for a road trip in this garbage. And so this time, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're heading 1,000+ miles north to DirtFish Rally School. But first, we gotta get it out of Dulcich's backyard, where it's been sitting for a year. So the Disgustang has become the cliche of the car that rolls into Dulcich's backyard and sits here forever. Nothing has changed about the car since we pulled it out of the junkyard, except it got a new exhaust system yesterday. That's it.
So it may still smoke and barely do a burnout.
Yeah.
And we're gonna drive to Washington.
Right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You ready to go,
Thanks,
Steve?
Okay, guys.
Thanks
Have
for the
fun.
storage.
What are the wires taped to the turn signal stop?
That's the starter. Because he lost the key.
Oh, sorry. So the car's gotten better since last time I rode in it.
How?
Well, the wire's brand new.
Right.
Still
There we go.
smokes. Come on, this is the only Mustang I'd ever own. We're gonna die, but at least we'll look good while we're dying.
Junkyard fresh.
Let's go.
I have no idea what to expect here. We have no gauges in here, so I have no bad news.
More people should just get into a car with no gauges and no plan and see America.
No history, no nothing.
Live life. Having gauges, how many road trips has that interrupted unnecessarily for people? How many layers of dog and rat poop have stopped people from plucking an otherwise good car, fixing it up and driving it?
I think we have the market on rat poop covered.
Yeah.
But are you ready to get really dirty?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Let's breaker in popper. I don't want to laugh. It's getting dirt in my mouth.
I can't tell where we are.
This is how every great road trip should start out. A beat-up car, no plan, and a parking lot with which to do donuts in.
That's kind of what we wanted to do, is shake it down a little bit. This thing feels just a little bit fragile, and the engine is making more noise than it ever was.
Sounds very sewing machine-like now.
Yeah, it did not like that RPM, that's for sure. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
I'm having Fury flashbacks right now.
Meaning what?
I don't think it's gonna last very long.
I bet it goes all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting loud.
My numbers matching 351 is going away.
Dude, are you accelerating more, or is it just getting louder?
It's just getting louder.
Oh my God. We might make it to a gas station. I was really hoping to go on a road trip, not sit in Dulcich's farm.
Nah, we're going on a road trip.
All right.
Back to Dulcich's farm.
That's better. Just coast all the way there. Oh, that's a rod knock. Oh, it's done. What have we gone, 5 miles?
That's probably oil starvation doing donuts. I may retract my prior statement.
Hey, look, there's a swap meet. Maybe they have... Oh, no way. It's done.
It's done.
It just locked up. Oh, it doesn't want to crank. Give it some gas.
It's all over.
Smoke. I don't want to hang out at Dulcich's house for a week. I want to see America.
We can change the engine in one day.
If we had one.
We do. Someone just has to drive to West Tech and get it. There's people behind us. Go around.
Go around, idiot. We're broke down. Haven't you ever seen this show before? 5 donuts, 5 miles, 5 minutes. Done.
We went out to the field to see if we could break the Mustang, and it had a little bit of a delayed reaction, but sure enough, we've blown up the engine.
So what are we gonna do?
New engine.
Make it better.
All right.
That 410 that we use on Engine Masters is on its way here now.
Wow, you didn't waste any time.
No. So this engine's pretty much wrecked. However, Dulcich and I do this other show called Engine Masters where we dyno test stuff all the time, and we just did a 410 cubic inch small block Ford that will be a direct replacement for this. It's all the way down at West Tech Performance, which is like 3 hours from here, but we've got somebody running down there to pick it up, and they're gonna bring the long block up here, and so it's just gonna be R&R. Rusty old junk out, gleaming new, 480 horsepower engine in, and then the transmission will blow up later. This engine's locked up solid. We're trying to figure out how we're gonna get it rotated to get the torque converter bolts off, because it does not move.
Look at that. And how impressive is the engine then when you think about this? We were driving along, it was fine, and the moment you lifted off the gas, it just stopped.
Yeah.
And now it will not move with a 2-foot long breaker bar on it. So we threaded 2 3/8 diameter bolts into a damper that's, 40 years old. And now we have an 8-foot long solid chunk of steel. This effectively multiplies the torque here by a factor of 27.9 Dulciches. That's taking your 180 pound-feet and making it 600 or 700.
It's turning like butter now.
Nice work.
Went past the ugly part. Let's make sure you're not turning past the
Yeah, let's get the bolts
converter
undone.
I feel like a superhero with my giant bar.
I really didn't want to take the accessories off the front
With my
of this,
big pole.
but seeing you wield that rusty pole totally made it all worthwhile. We might have been a little rough there.
Well, that took way too long, but we're finally ready to pluck the engine. Theoretically, the numbers matching engine for this car. My level of caring,
All right, now you can go up.
that's sort of a ritual.
We have a green pool of coolant all over the floor now.
We have a mop now, though.
I blame myself. So on day one, drove the car, did donuts in the car, broke the engine in the car, got the engine out of the car.
Think of it this way. We broke the car 1/1000th of a way into our journey. That's pretty impressive. Ready?
Well, it was.
All right, where can we put this where it'll sit for 6 months? Well, we're super lucky that I had this sitting around from our Engine Masters show, and I intended to put this engine in the Disgustang eventually, but not as quickly as we're gonna do it now, because we're gonna strangle it with like stock exhaust manifolds and a bunch of greasy parts and stuff. What it is a 410 cubic inch stroker, which is based on the 351 Windsor, just like what came out of the car. And this thing makes about 480 horsepower and 520 pound-feet of torque, which is just enough to blow up the FMX transmission. Okay, here's the most hideous thing that's gonna happen probably during this whole installation. Look at the difference in size of the port on the cylinder head versus the port in the manifold. That is like the worst performance situation you can get. These are gonna be some power-robbing manifolds, but we don't have headers, we don't have time. Great parts, bad cars. Bad ideas, brilliant execution.
Looks good.
This is bad. Fortunately, the old flex plate off the car is gonna be able to work here. This car is a FMX automatic transmission. The thing about these Fords is you have to make sure that they have the right external balance. The 351 is a 28-ounce offset, and so is this Blueprint crate engine. So it's gonna go right together.
Boy, was that lucky.
Drop it in.
This is exciting. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying we're getting out of here today, but the engine might go in the car. I don't even know if it'll stay in the car, but the engine will go in the car.
I can assure you guys that you'll be out of here by noon.
Noon?
Yes.
No, 3.
3? Okay. I'll give you till 3 to get this thing in the F out of here.
Then you're shutting the door.
It fell in. It installed itself.
I don't want to jinx us, but this is going really well. Engine's in the car. Transmission is almost perfectly aligned, and right now we're just going to throw a couple bolts in it and make sure the torque converter lines up with the flex plate, and if it does, we'll continue to bolt things together. We may leave today.
Maybe.
You have the ignition on?
Oh.
Pretty good.
Hey, we get to go on a road trip. Yay!
Yeah! I forgot about that. All right, Dulcich, we're out of here.
Thanks, man.
No test drive, we're just leaving. Talk to you in 5 minutes.
He's turning his cell phone off this time.
I would if I was him.
He's too smart not to.
Ready?
Don't break it. You're brave. Didn't even warm it up. Alright, a little bit of smoke. But that's got to be residual stuff.
Oh yeah, it's got no brakes at all. Yeah, we can't drive. That's no brakes. And what's going on? Okay.
All right.
Hey, Dulcich! Look. All right, we made it 50 feet, and all of a sudden there's no brakes whatsoever. No front brakes. Like something went wrong with something. So, I will be much more carefully driving it back to Steve's house. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Why would it have no fluid in the front brakes at all? That means like a line broke somewhere.
Technically, I'm still on a road trip, even if it's on foot. That's the way I'm looking at it. We need brake fluid. We have absolutely no brakes, but the master cylinder is empty. So back to Dulcich's, we'll get some brake fluid. I'm sure that's the only issue we're having tonight. Looks cool though. Only on Roadkill can you change the motor and lose the brakes. You got like mutant bunnies here that eat extension cords and brake lines?
Something strange must be happening for sure.
All the bunnies I hang with, they wouldn't have done this. They wouldn't have eaten that brake line.
Really? You get the good bunnies and I get...
Treat them right, man.
Whoa.
Easy, turbo.
Never can just fire it up and drive away. It's always the little stuff.
I never would have expected it.
It's 70 miles to Fresno. It's dark and we have no seatbelts.
Ready to rock.
Yeah.
Headlights. How do headlights and taillights work on a car that's been sitting in the junkyard for, what, 30-something years, and I can't make them work on anything I own?
I feel like this car was abandoned and thus has built up a lot of good car karma over the years, and it wants to be driven. Which is why the electrical has not failed us yet.
But the engine did. The engine did not want to be driven, at least not in circles at high speeds.
Yes. Not over rough terrain in circles at high RPM.
All right, highway for the very first time.
Yeah, buddy.
You'll notice I am not romping on it.
Please don't.
Yeah,
Let's just road trip. Come on, baby, shift.
I want some miles.
It's working!
Kind of. It's got a good shake.
It's just gotta work itself in.
We just have to get used to the terror. That's what it is.
Think about it. When was the last time a human drove this fast in this car? We still don't know why somebody stopped driving this car.
I hope we don't find out the hard way. I got a lot of dirt blowing in my eyes. How about you?
Yeah. That's why I brought these.
Oh, you're smarter than me.
Not really. You're the one driving. Maybe I should give them to you. This has been a hell of a day. We got the car running. We drove it, I don't know, almost 75 miles, which is about 12 times further than we went on day number 1. So I'm calling this success. We're gonna stop here tonight, get up in the morning, and go have an adventure.
You realize I still haven't gone wide open throttle. I had to lie awake all night waiting for it.
We're not there yet. And I don't want you to ruin this moment for us, because I don't know if you realize the gravity of what we're about to do. Don't do it. We're piloting a car that hasn't moved since 1982 to a drag strip that nobody has run on in decades, where they used to send not just top fuel cars, but jet cars down it 4 at a time.
So this is Raisin City?
Yeah, it's out in farm country. Allegedly the tower is still there, the strip is still there, and it's not fenced in, according to Google Earth. We can get in there.
I love it when the old tower is still there. To me, that's like the icon that makes you go, wow, stuff really went down here. Stuff happened. Man, can you imagine guys bringing their top fuel cars here in the 60s? The tower is rad.
It's round.
I read that it came from a local airport before it was here at the drag strip.
This is wide, but it's not that wide. Imagine being the dudes on the outside lanes in a 4-car showdown right there.
I think the track was on the right side.
Yeah, it's over here. It's over here.
Oh, look at this thing. I have to check this out. Oh, that's cool. That is really, really cool.
Oh, there's a ladder to the top of it. Too bad it caved in. I want to see you climb up there.
No.
Because it seems really safe.
It's falling in.
Dibs on the Mustang when it goes wrong. This is where they stored the Christmas tree. It says tree bottom, start line.
Oh, cool.
This is where they stored all the crap for the racing. Like maybe that stand was for the tree.
Imagine everything that this tower has seen. First being at a local airport, then coming here to the drag strip, seeing all those match racers back in the 60s and very early 70s, running 4 wide down here, jet cars, top fuel cars, back in the golden age of drag racing.
This is one of the coolest things we've ever seen.
I think you can see where this is going. You're at an abandoned track. You've got nice, perfectly good 1,320 feet of torn up old concrete in front of you. Let's find out if we can break this thing. I don't even know if this thing is gonna, bog and die or backfire and surge. We know nothing. I've just cruised it.
We know a few things.
I don't know.
Just nothing that applies to this scenario right now.
Ready?
Roast them!
I think it's gonna backfire and die. Let's see. There's the secondaries. There's second gear.
And keep going. Here you go. 82. We just made a pass down a drag strip.
Hey, we did.
Yeah, we did. Not bad.
And it's not overheating, and we have oil pressure, and we have a transmission. Victory!
Yeah!
All right, what next? Old car hunting?
Yeah. Let's go find another project. Or let's go look at cars we can't afford or have no place to store. Yep. What's behind this fence? This is the kind of fence that hides cars.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, I feel like I'm entering the lair.
International pickup.
Ooh,
Cougar. Cadillac.
Cougar.
I'm home.
Oh, this is pretty good. This is gonna be great.
This is awesome.
I think this is a 63 Comet, Mercury Meteor. That's a good wagon too, actually.
Try
Man,
5
that thing's
fenders.
Sweet. Oh, Santa Ynez Airport.
This is rad.
This is cool. Oh, this is really good. Look at that.
Oh, wait a minute. Dude, this is a Brookwood. This is worth money.
Brookwood, it's just a low trim level.
Yeah, but it's...
This has more
Really
rat
cool.
poop than our norm.
Which is the higher one, the Parkwood or the Brookwood?
That's a good question. You may have stumped me on that. That is a lot of rat poop.
Look how straight it is, dude. This has perfect patina. It's just weathered, but it's not beat up and there's no holes in it. I really like this.
I really like it.
He's got all kinds of Rancheros here. I'm not a Ranchero guy, though.
That Jeep's been pieced together from a bunch of different Jeeps.
I'm more of an El Camino that I never want to paint kind of guy.
Good old flat fender Jeep. It's World War II, as you can tell by the dash, but the rest of it's been all hacked together. The back has been put together. It's got a Willys hood on it and stuff, but nevertheless, I found a flat fender.
I love trucks. I don't care how old the truck is. I dig trucks.
There was a guy named Dave Kofel who actually raced one of these in the gas classes way back in the day. It was called the Flintstone Flyer. And he ran a tiny, I think it was a 265 Chevy engine in this big mammoth car. He was playing the game of weight per cubic inch and winning. with a very slow car. This is all stuff that's like older than what we're used to messing with.
Yeah. I
like it.
I was just saying, like, I dig all this stuff. I love the chrome. I love the styling. I just can't relate to any of it because it was never in my high school parking lot. Is that an Imperial?
I am wondering if it's a Chrysler or an Imperial. But yes, it is one or the other. That is an Imperial.
Oh, I got it right. I never get it right. To give myself a gold star.
If you really dig junkyard wandering like this, check out this new show that's going to be on Motor Trend On Demand. It's called Junkyard Gold. It's Steve Mignante doing nothing but mind barf on cool automotive trivia.
Hey, Dave. Somebody turned a van into a ramp truck. And it's got a T-Bird on it. I kind of want to see this do wheelies. They cut the back of the van off.
Yeah, I've seen this before. Well, I don't see anything we need to own because the 58 wagon was already sold.
That was too good to be true.
Yeah, so
All right.
Next.
Keep on trucking?
Yeah. Dust.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's go that way. Smell of rubber. They need to bottle it and make it a cologne.
It's pretty great.
For those less fortunate who don't have a car that can make the own.
Okay. We have an issue, though I don't think it's deadly. The left front suspension's making this horrible clacking sound on the highway. Seems worse than that, though, doesn't it?
Oh, I think the shock broke in half.
Yeah, seems like something like that. Oh, yeah.
So that's the piston hitting the tower right there. Do that again.
Check this out.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, the shock broke off the bushing.
Yeah, the rod completely came off the round part.
That's not going to kill us, though.
That's hilarious. That will not kill us. However,
this one's still there.
Are you ready? Check this out. As if by magic, look what I have.
Oh.
New shocks. This is a rear. I do have a front. When we got this thing in Colorado, I
totally uninterested in installing that right now.
Installed them, and now we broke one in half. But you know what? It's getting dark, and I'd like to go to Modesto or somewhere like that. And so basically, I'm not concerned. It's not going to kill us, at least not tonight.
We're fully on the same page right now, man.
I feel good about
this. It's like you read my mind.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I thought for
like,
sure you would want to just fix that to ensure handling on the mountain roads on the way back.
No, I'm not even driving this, and there's no seatbelts, so.
Do you want to?
Nah, I'm good.
No?
I'm good.
Oh, man. Kind of hurt.
I only drive cars with 4 working shocks, dude.
Forgot your standards were much higher than mine. Boat car!
Dude.
What is up with that?
I think I've seen this at Glamis.
Oh, it's a boat 4. Oh, no, it's not a 4x4.
Dude, that is a 23-foot Nordic.
That is genius.
On a truck chassis.
This is what you've wanted to do except for actual floating.
Yeah.
No way. Oh, this is hilarious.
Wow. This is a rare boat.
It is?
Yes.
I don't care. Oh, yeah, it's got a full Chevy truck dash and everything in it.
This is a really rare boat.
It's pretty stupid. It is 4-wheel drive, isn't it? It's a late model. Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive. Independent. Okay, this looks like we did it. Literally, we're just driving in the middle of nowhere from like Yosemite to Modesto, and I spotted this thing, and I'm like, boat! Finnegan! He's wanted to do this, except for actual like seal the tires off so it'll float, and I have a feeling this is gonna make him have to do that. It has the complete floor pan out of the truck and everything. Look, it's just ratchet strapped on, dude. The body is ratchet strapped to the chassis.
That is how we would do it.
This is exactly how we do it.
I know this is not what I want to do. I want to build an actual amphibious vehicle for another episode of Roadkill, but this is motivation, certainly, because it's cool looking. It really is. I'm glad we stopped.
Now he's gonna force me to make one, I know it. Morning! So the Mustang and me are like on a third date now. It's kind of like still the get to know you phase, but starting to get into it.
What base have you reached?
It's at least becoming within the circle of trust. But
What base is the circle of trust?
I cannot stand the broken shock, so we're gonna fix that. Last night that got real irritating.
He's only made it to first base, definitely.
Yeah. I happen to have these shocks from when we were in Colorado. I ordered them because I thought we would change them at the junkyard. So I'm gonna find out.
And then you did off-road donuts.
This is-
Broke that one.
That was my fault?
I wasn't driving.
I was influenced. Check this out. Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
That's rusty there. That's been broken.
You're saying it was broken the whole time?
That's been broken a long time, dude.
Really?
Yep. That is a 100% rusty.
Oh, you're right.
Where the shaft should meet.
Well, it was still making
collar.
irritating noise.
This shock is like school in the summertime. No class.
Definitely not doing the second one.
No.
Professional mechanics everywhere just shaking their heads right now. You want to drive or ride today?
You want to drive? You haven't driven. You should.
I want to drive.
Let's go.
All right. I think I'm ready. I think I've earned it because I installed half a shock.
By the way, have you noted the complete like diaper situation that we have going on here? This car was so repulsive when we got it, so soaked in raccoon and rat urine that we had to take the seats out, which are actually in pretty good shape, pressure wash them, wrap them in plastic trash bags, and then put cheapy seat covers on. That's what that's all about. Ready? You need training or do you have this?
I think I watched, but let's see. I know it's a two-handed affair to find the neutral safety switch. I know the ignition should probably be on.
That too. There you go. Fires right up.
That starts very easy. Oh, no power steering.
No power steering.
It's been a while since you looked truly homeless.
No, I didn't count on this. When we left this morning, it was like 70 something, and now it's 30 something. And yes, I'm in shorts and sandals. I'm also gonna fix the rear window on the car.
I feel like you have a handle on this. I'm just gonna get in the car.
Oh, my fingers are getting numb.
My sack is stuck to my thigh. I think it's frozen there. Oh my God, it's cold. We're in California. Why is it cold?
We're stupid. Minor success.
Good game. Way to hustle. Oh,
We have no heater.
suck.
We have no floorboard. Ah, this is not gonna stick. This is the tech tip, is the skirt action. You gotta get the blanket going just right here, and you turn it into the skirt before you sit down in the car, like so. And then you take your second one and you stuff it around your feet, and it's actually pretty good. Proven through many miles. Here's some kindling. Start this bonfire. Oh, now the key's in my pocket.
Well, it's like the good old days. Car with no hood. My toes are frozen. We're still rolling though. I mean, it's remarkably reliable, even though it looks like absolute garbage.
Oh, we lived. I did the math because the speedo actually works in this thing. We've gone 699 miles. We're in Medford, Oregon now. And the worst thing about it, it stinks like pee now that we've got all the windows up and stuff. I think maybe like there's a nest or something that's still up under the dash. Either that or Finnegan irrigated his pants. But if he did, it's so cold in there, it would have turned into a pea slushy. That's gross. All right, see you tomorrow. Nice parking job.
Yeah.
I also appreciate that the engine is covered from rain except for the distributor.
Oh, the electronic parts, you want those exposed to the elements. That way they can get moisture, freeze, then unfreeze. It actually loosens up all the molecules.
Shouldn't the distributor be on the other end of the engine? Okay, ready?
In my world it is.
Were you? Oh, that's liquid. See? You don't need antifreeze.
There's freeze plugs popped out of this thing.
I know. Let's put some in because it's only getting worse from here. I hate it when he's right.
Earlier, he and Dulcich ridiculed me for wanting to put antifreeze in this thing.
It was California then. You put antifreeze in race cars.
I do, because mine usually overheat. Remember, it's antifreeze and coolant.
Yeah.
Raising the boiling point or whatever it does.
All right, that'll do plenty.
Little dab will do ya.
You really think that's gonna help? I was expecting you to drain some out.
I feel better about it. But you better not brake today, car, because it's only gonna get colder.
Yeah. It's gonna rain for the rest of the trip, so we got wipers, we got Rain-X, we've got blankets that we wisely left in the car so they would be plenty cold for us to wear as we leave this morning.
You want to keep your numbers matching wiper blades?
No thanks. Too much stuff in the garage.
The Mustang turns out to be pretty good on the road, except for the fact that it's got no floors, no interior, a bunch of rust holes, and we were freezing to death. And what made it worse is a torrential downpour right at the end of the trip. Water coming in the floor, soaking our feet. It was miserable. But then we made it to our destination, which made all the suffering worthwhile.
We made it.
This is gonna be awesome.
The Mustang drove almost 1,300 miles.
This is paradise. Look at all the gravel.
Oh yeah. That's what makes this place genius, is the gravel. Oh! Yeah! Oh man, we're back at DirtFish! Woo! Oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, buddy, keep going. Oh, boy.
This is awesome. The Disgustang finally did the road trip that we should have executed when we pulled it out of the junkyard. And yeah, the engine blew up, which was kind of a drag. Dulcich actually took the engine apart and found out why. There was leaves in the oil pan and they blocked the oil pickup, and so that thing is junk. And I got that 410 small block in this thing quicker than expected. The real miracle here is that the transmission didn't explode with all of that power in front of it, which is a good thing, because we are going to thrash the Disgustang right alongside a whole bunch of other Roadkill project vehicles in the next episode of Roadkill. All our good stuff is here. Look at that! We got La Fonda, we got Datsun Mini Truck, we got the Maserati, the Crusher Impala, the Hornet, Nascarlo, and of course, General Mayhem! Yeah! Boom!
It's glorious!
Support companies that support Roadkill. Buy your speed parts at jegs.com.